Hi, Terry VanNoy. Welcome to Math Class with Terry V. Hope this video helps you out, and if you enjoy it, please share it, comment, or like it. And you can also go to my website, MathPowerLine.com. It's a math resource blog, lesson videos for students, and other resources for parents and teachers. Give me a call or go to my website or email. All right, let's go to today's lesson. Now, Self-Quiz 2 is going to talk about we're going to do circles and ellipses, okay? And we're going to have to complete the square in order to rearrange a formula into something where we can graph a circle or an ellipse. This is what it looks like. Here's the equation of a circle. We're going to have a completed square group here. So we have to be able to write a squared binomial, and we have an x group and a y group. The h and the k that we can take out from this form gives us the center of the circle, and the constant on the other side is the radius squared. So we can figure out the center of the circle and the radius, and then it's really easy to graph it. So let's look at a couple of these equations for you to try. Take a look, numbers 5 and 6. Let me give you a quick hint in case you need it. We want to group the x terms together and the y terms together and then complete the square. Don't forget to move the constant to the other side. All right, try it. All right, you can see the two answers here, and I hope that you really did give this a shot and not just watch me do it. But again, the idea is to group your x terms together. So we're going to have x squared minus 12x. Okay, let's leave a little space there. And then we have y squared minus 20y. And leave a space. And then we do have 135, but we are moving it to the other side. In other words, it becomes negative. Okay, I'm going to move that constant to the other side. So we're going to need a perfect square trinomial right here and another one right here. We have to complete the square twice. So half of negative 12 is negative 6. Add 36. Half of negative 20 is negative 10. Square it to make 100. All right, now the end result is 136. If I put an additional 136 on the left of the equal sign, I need to make sure I do the same on the right. So add 136. So let's factor that trinomial, and that would give me x minus 6 and y minus 10. And of course my radius squared is 1. As you can see in the red answer we already showed. Now what does that mean for the circle graph? If we were to graph this on a coordinate set of axes, we would locate the center at HK, which is 6, 10, right? And we would have a radius of 1. Okay, not a very big circle, but the radius would be 1. So very easy to graph. All right, let's look at the next one, number 6. We're going to group our x's and y's together, move the constant over to the other side. Now it looks like that. Let's complete the square here for the x group. That would be negative 9 squared. And half of negative 2 is negative 1, so that would be positive 1 squared. So really, I added 82, didn't I? I'm going to add 82 to the left side and now also on the right. Factoring my two trinomials will give me x minus 9 squared and y minus 1 squared. Now if it's equals 16, of course my radius has to be 4. So in this case the center of the circle is at 9, 1, and again a radius of 4. Alright, good job of completing that square. Now let's look at ellipses. The standard form of an ellipse looks like this, okay? Similar to the circle formula, but we have an a squared and a b squared in the denominator. A squared is below the x group and b squared is below the y group. Again, it equals 1 on the right. Now, if it looks like that, you know it's an ellipse. It's a flattened circle or a stretched out circle. And the A and the B parts are the minor and major axis, sort of the radius here of this ellipse in two different directions. So the B part is the vertical part and the A part is horizontal. Again, the center of the ellipse is at HK. All right, let's try a couple of examples. All right, you try 5 and 6. Pause the video and then listen up and see if you got it right. All right, you can see the answers, and let's check out how you get it. And remember, just like the circle formula, the ellipse formula equals 1 on the right. So we do have to deal with some denominators over here. So it's a couple of extra steps. But let me show you how we get this. Just like before, we're going to group the x terms and the y terms together. So I have 9x squared. Notice there's no x terms at all. And so I'm going to leave a gap in there and let's see what happens. And then the y terms here are there, and I leave a space for the third term there for that trinomial. Next step is to factor out a greatest common factor, which would be the 9 in the x group and a 4 in the y group. Now again, to put it in ellipse form, I need to think of it like this: x minus 0 squared. All right? And to factor this trinomial here, I would take half of negative 18, which is negative 9, and then square that. 81. Now on the left side, I actually added 4 times 81, and I need to do the same to the right side of the equation. So 324. Again, I added a total of 324 on the left, and I need to do the same on the right. Factoring out my trinomials here would give me x minus 0 quantity squared, y minus 9 quantity squared. Now, of course, I want to have a 1 on the right, so I'm going to divide both sides now by 144. And then let's look for some common factors to cancel out. Obviously, that is going to be a 1. And then if I look at my formula that's left, just to kind of speed this up, notice where I get it. All right, 9, a factor of 9 out of both of those leaves 16 on the bottom there. And I can rewrite the x minus 0 squared as just x squared, simplify it there. And the 36 comes from the 4 divided into 144. I factor out a common factor there. So the center of my circle is going to be at 0, 9. And I have an A radius of 4 and a B radius of 6. Next, let's look at number 6. Again, we group the x terms together and the y terms together, leave space for our third term, which is the trinomial that we're looking for, and we get the constant negative 23 over to the other side. It becomes positive 23. Now, we need to factor out a 4 from the x group, but we can leave the y terms alone, and then we can start to complete the square. Half of 4x is 2, and that'll give us a squared third term of 4. Take half of 10, that's 5, and then square that. All right, now a common place for a mistake is to balance out the equation. We didn't just add 4 and 25, we added 16 and 25. Okay, 16 and 25 is going to be 41. So make sure we add 41 to each side total. Factoring out our trinomials will give us x plus 2 in this group and y plus 5 in this group. And we divide each side by 64 because we want a positive 1 on the right. And notice what that gives me here as I look at my final answer. I have a 4 and a 64. I need to make sure I cancel out some factors there. And that's why there's a 16 down there and the 64 underneath the y group. So again, to analyze this, the center is at -2, -5. And the A value is 4, the B value is 8. All right, thanks again for watching this video, and share this with other people and give me some comments. Love the feedback from my viewers, and thanks for watching. All right, there you have it. I invite you to go to my website now, MathPowerLine.com, or email me or give me a call. The way I work best with students is live online in my classroom. So if I can help you in any way, answer some specific questions, the first lesson with me is free as I show you how everything works. All right, study hard and take care.